Bezel Click. Today I would like to talk about microbrands. So, among all of us, I'm among the watch enthusiasts. Microbrands are very interesting watchmaking companies. So, what are microbrands? Microbrands are independent watchmakers that are eager to have a share in the market. Before you people roll your eyes and say, here we go again, this never-ending riddle about microbrands against big solid companies like Rolex, Omega, Tag Heuer, and etc. In the big company's defense, there are plenty of questionable microbrands with some pretentious claims. But we won't hover on that negative topic, so don't even bother getting all riled up about it. What we will put under the loop, though, is the microbrands that take watchmaking by heart. Some of them may make homage pieces, but don't let that affect you, because the way they make their tribute watch is just phenomenal. Take a look at the Mark II watch brand, for example. A little bit of background with the Mark II watch brand. I believe they are based here in the USA, in the state of Pennsylvania, and they started with, I think, you could correct me on this, but they started with modifying watches that they didn't own. They started, it's just a small company that basically relooms, I think, the watch that you have. It could be a Seiko, it could be some other type of diver, and you just want the hands replaced with different hands. They started like that, they changed the dial and they charge you for their service. But few years later, they started making their own. So like this well executed Submariner 6538 homage called the Kingston. They only made a limited number of these pieces, and the Kingston, I believe, is powered by an ETA 2836-2 movement. And oh my god, this Kingston, this 6538 homage is just incredible. The way it looks, you immediately know what it is, when you look at it. And it's the very essence of design and execution. And you just can't believe that a micro brand has made this type of piece, And if you're after the Kingston, obviously, you could hopefully hunt one in eBay, which is gonna be expensive for what it is, for a homage piece. I believe it retailed about 1,500, something like that, in the realms of mid 1,000 range. But I think the Kingston has a sister. It's called the Nassau, and it's also a 6538 homage, and the same, powered by an ETA. The only difference between them is that the Kingston has a gold gilt dial, and the Nassau is basically a 6538 with that red pip on the 12 o'clock. Yeah. And I think the Nassau is not limited production, although I tried buying one, to be honest, back in December 2015, just to have a bit of fun during Christmas, but I was unable to because the ordering was closed, and I've checked today, it's still closed. So yeah, that's my bid on that. You can't have it. That's why probably it has a cult following among its owners. They have that feel of exclusivity, and I think that's one of the upsides of microbrand. Owning a microbrand, you don't need to name drop and that makes enthusiasts, that makes them really, 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 really good. That makes them feel good about themselves. It's not just the name drop, and I find that very interesting, and I respect that. So we'll go on pros and cons in looking at, if you're looking to buy a micro brand, you could probably find this useful, the pros and cons. So let me give you a few more examples of micro brands. We have the Squale, which makes very good dive watches. It's excellent the way it looks, and it's very, very original with its minute hand orange, and the weird shape of the hour hand, and just the case itself. It looks awesome, the Squales, and the way the colors pop on their divers range. We have Steinhardt's, who makes very good homage pieces with their diver's watch and pilot's watch, and it's well executed for the price. It's excellent. The craftsmanship is really up there. The Sin Watch Company with their stunning chronographs. I mean, Sin, yeah, they make I think they're on the expensive side of micro brand, but for a chronograph that they make, though, they retail about $2,000 for the nice chronographs that they sell. And yeah, I think you can't go wrong with a Sin, just the way they make their watches, it's unbelievable. So we have Marathon, the watchmaker that's linked to the military. That's kind of interesting. You have Glycine, that watches is also interesting. You have Christopher Ward, and so on and so forth. There are a lot of micro brands, and probably majority of them I would fail to mention. So it's back again to the pros. I think the pro here with the micro brand is that obviously they're affordable. And why are they affordable? Because they have a lower audience, so that's how they compete, I guess. They have a lower audience, small amount of people would buy their watches. They need it to be at least competitive pricing, So I guess that's my theory on why, let's say, 70% of micro brands have affordable pieces, and that's my theory on that. They have a small audience, and they want an established market share. And the last pro is that this is gonna be a bit cheesy, but micro brands, they make time travel possible. Why? Because let's go back again to the homage. A great homage tends to create nostalgia. They give you that feeling or fantasy of looking back at the past. Like here again, we could talk about the Steinhardt Ocean Vintage and the Mark II Nassau and Kingston. They aren't really items from the past, but they're a tribute to it. They're telling you it's like dressing up in old clothes. Like the a period correct clothing. They give you that feel on what it was like to live in that era that they're representing. You get my point? That's just interesting to me. And that's why I love homage pieces, because they're sort of a reflection of the past. and that's very interesting, and that makes the enthusiast in me all excited. And yeah, I think I have one more pro here. Oh, here we go. I think you guys would agree to this. Microbrands make amazing tool watches. Let's go back again to my favorite microbrand company, which is the Mark II. By the way, they didn't pay me. I just lo- I just respect this company so much. They okay, Mark II. They build. I think I know they make a lot of tool watches, but these two are awesome. You have the Paradive. Uh, I think it has a date function, and the bezel just looks amazing, and it kind of looks like a mill sub, but sort of not. But you get the piece. It gives you that feeling, a mill sub feeling. And the fulcrum really looks like this is another type of watch that Mark II makes, named obviously the fulcrum. It has a Soprod 810 movement, I believe, and this is what's cool with the fulcrum. It's anti-magnetic, so it really is a tool watch, you know? You could really put this on your wrist and do anything, you know, from swimming to, I guess, being near magnetic fields and not worrying about your mechanical watch. Yeah, so that's awesome. You can't do that with your Submariner. I mean, if you're very rich, I guess you could, but if you're an enthusiast who saved up for a Submariner, you don't even wanna take that gardening, you know? You don't even wanna take that planting a sunflower. You know, you'd use your real tool watch, which might be a fulcrum. That looks very, I think this is the one that looks very similar to a mill sub, which is very cool, in my opinion. So those are the pros of owning the microbrand, a microbrand piece. So the cons, okay? And well, what are the cons of owning a microbrand? Well, you have a huge possibility of depreciation. I know, some people don't lose money in their microbrand, but let's be honest here. I guess 60%, 65% of owning one and trying to sell it, you would probably lose money. Because the problem with the, I think this is also a downside for a microbrand, the price factor and the sort of under the radar feel. It doesn't make it desirable to other people, you know. If you ask an average person, could you name a microbrand? He would probably look at you and say, what the hell's a microbrand, you know? So yeah, I think that's a con of owning an independent watch. You're gonna lose a little bit of money, but hey, you buy them because you love them, not because you would sell them, you know, unless it's your business. So your business is your business, but me, my honest opinion, I like microbrands because I'm a watch enthusiast and I love them, I respect them, I enjoy them. Okay, and here we go. I think this is the biggest con. The snobs come out of the woodwork. You know, once you tell them you have a microbrand, here comes the snob. They would start to question the price point, the originality. You know, they would argue with you. This is this never-ending riddle against homage pieces of a microbrand. You know, they would literally attack you for owning a homage. They would say, "Oh, it's very, very unoriginal. You don't get the point." You know, I guess that's your opinion. You know, that a homage piece is very, very unoriginal, and that's not the point. The point is that a homage is a well executed tribute I mean, I can't blame them, I guess, because there are homage that are badly made. You know, some micro brands there just really don't care. I guess that's why they had that idea of a homage is bad. But all in all, if it's well executed, it's cool. You know, if it's well executed, well built, well priced, and I guess it's amazing. It's a compliment to the original, like I said. Here we go. Here's the third con. Majority of the micro brands still use third-party movements. I guess that's okay, but you know the some watch enthusiasts there immediately disregards micro brands. You know, they throw it out the window because of this reason, is that they don't have in-house movements. You know, I know some micro brands have in-house movement, but majority of them doesn't have it yet, because you know they want to be established, and to be established you have to have a reliable one. So I guess that's very amazing. But then again, you know, I guess not having an in-house movement sometimes a bit of a niggle. It's a bit of a problem there for the enthusiast. So anyway, that's my my closer look to the micro brand. It's basically just opinions. So in a nutshell, what do I think of it? I respect them. You know, in this world of the upcoming smartwatches, you know, trendy things, the micro brand stands out because they don't follow the trends. You know, they do what they like, and it's design and execution and just total passion for what watchmaking is, and I really truly respect that. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know on the comments about your opinions, and yeah, let's have a good day. And once again, thanks for watching Bezel Click.